In K-pop, there seems to be a few K-pop idols that are target for hate. Today we're going to look at why these idols are getting hate. I'm going to focus on 3 idols in particular. Can you guess who? But first, let's talk about today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Kpop Stickers. Kpop Stickers is an app that allows you to collect Kpop stickers and share them on WhatsApp. It's absolutely free, so there's no reason not to download this. They have many stickers for many Kpop groups. It's only available for Android users at the moment. I'll leave the app link in the description below. The first K-pop idol is Blackpink's Jennie. Jennie seems to be the face for all the unpopular K-pop opinions. Spoiler, everyone says they don't like Jennie. From what I've seen, a lot of the hate isn't her fault. Let's start. Reason number 1. Chanel. Netizens have complained that Jennie gets the best outfit compared to the other members. This makes Jennie appear as YG's bias. What the other members wear aren't always under their control, but their stylist has spoken about this topic. She claims that Blackpink have the same style, a mixture of active and improvisational, but also elegant and luxurious. However, each member has their own highlights and personal style that makes her stand out. Jisoo gets a soft and girly outfit to complement her personality and image. Rosé's style is inspired by the street mood styling, but with a feminine and cheery touch. This suits her strong and cool charisma. Lisa, since she is a rapper, is styled with a boyish nuance and witty look. Everything has a wide but attractive feeling. According to her stylist, Jennie has the best personal style within the group. Her beauty is unique, which is why her style is a mixture of sexy and cute. One problem fans have spotted is that the other members were wearing outfits that Jennie's solo backup dancers wore. I can understand why people will view this negatively, but that has nothing to do with Jennie. Also, it's sad because it's almost downgrading backup dancers. Backup dancers are just as important as the artists. Their outfits aren't ugly and cheap. They wear outfits that fit the concept. Stage outfits aren't owned by the idol. The stylist takes them and reuses them. This wouldn't be a problem if an idol was wearing the same clothes as another idol, but because it's a backup dancer, people feel the need to point it out. I do, however, understand that this makes the members seem like an afterthought, but after hearing what the stylist says, I don't think that's the case. A lot of netizens are also getting bored of her constantly being labelled Chanel. If you see a photo of Jennie, she's probably wearing at least one Chanel item, if not head to toe. Whether she generally likes Chanel, which she does, it's a smart business tactic because that's what's getting her Chanel brand deals. Okay, moving on from outfits. Reason number 2 is that she gets treated differently. A lot of hate comes from YG pushing her as the center member. The fact that she was the first to get a solo and then was labelled a female GD did not help her. If companies and journalists have learnt anything from a successful group, is that don't use the term the next blank, or the female blank, or the male blank. You're just asking for hate. Again, I think Jennie shouldn't get the hate for her company's media play. I think YG could benefit more if he was fair to every member. Jennie's doing great with her solo and going to fashion events. Put Jisoo in variety shows. She's the ideal idol that Korean fans love. Give Rosé a solo, and Lisa needs to be pushed more, especially internationally. Has YG forgotten how popular and talented Lisa is? Reason number 3 is lazy dancing. Jennie was criticized for her lazy dancing, and there were multiple videos comparing her dancing before to her lazy dancing. I think it's right for people to point this out because this isn't hate, this is constructive criticism, and it's needed as this is her job. People pay for artists to perform as if it's their first and last performance. YG blocking those videos just shows how YG deals with almost anything. But I'm happy to see that Jennie hasn't had a lazy dance controversy since then. Speaking of performances, I watched Blackpink's Coachella performance, and can we get some of that stage presence in Korea, please? Okay, moving on to the last reason. Reason number 4, dating. Blackpink revealed YG banned 6 things on their contract: drinking, smoking, clubbing, driving, plastic surgery, and dating. So it came as a surprise when Jennie and EXO's Kai were dating. Not long after confirming their relationship, they quote-unquote broke up. Whether they really broke up isn't our business. Compared to other K-pop dating scandals, the fans were quite mature about it. Jennie didn't change, but a lot of netizens' perception of her did. For example, before she was complimented for her strong and chic look, whereas now a lot of netizens would just call it attitude problem. This often happens when female idols date. She used to have such a classy, luxury image to her, but now she seems like any other kid to me. Her face used to look special, but now she just looks like any greedy troll. This was a comment on an article of Jennie's first public event since their relationship was confirmed. The next idol is MOMOLAND'S Nancy. MOMOLAND is constantly labelled problematic to the point that I think haters don't even know why or when it started. They're just joining the hate bandwagon. One member in particular is Nancy. Let's have a look at why she gets hate. Reason number 1, bulimia joke. When I went to the gym and talked about eating with the members, suddenly a role that I wanted to play came to my mind. So how about a role that was a bulimia patient? I could play that role really well. While it is very insensitive to joke about any eating disorder, I think for her it was a poor choice of words. I don't think she meant to hurt anyone. In another show she talked about her own struggles. I think when I was a trainee I was really hard on myself. Possibly that's how I was able to make it here as a trainee. I had to lose weight a lot. One day we had a challenge to lose 10 pounds within a week. How is it even possible? So I had to literally starve myself, or had to do a lemon detox diet or a low salt diet. These extremes I had to go through. She was young when this happened, but rather her age. I think it's her lack of expressing what she wants to say that comes across ignorant. She also had controversies saying something about North Korean refugees, but I honestly couldn't find what she said and where she said it. Also, the same people that were saying she made those comments also says she called exo-human fat, so I honestly don't know what to believe. She never apologized for her comment, but she probably never will, because she might not want to bring attention to it. Let's just hope she learnt from her mistake. Another reason, another joke. Reason number 2 is homophobic joke. On a live stream with Daisy, a fan asked Nancy if she was a boy would she rather date Daisy or Yeonu, to which Nancy replied, "What kind of question is that? Neither. I'm joking. I'm not a boy, I can't choose." A lot of people took that as Nancy being homophobic, but I don't think it's enough to call someone homophobic just because they don't want to date the same gender or picture dating the same gender even if they were a boy in the scenario. When I first saw this, it just looked like she was teasing Daisy. The thing is, this is a fan service question, so many groups get this question to feed fanships. And at times, these fan services make idols look like their characters. Even EXO once got criticized for saying something similar. The reporter asked him about wanting to go on We Got Married, and he replied with, "I do want to try it. It doesn't matter who with, I want to try it." Chen then joked, saying, "What if your partner is male?" Seung replied, "Don't be ridiculous." He was under fire because people thought he made fun of gay people, but he was speaking for himself, not for other people in general. This is a sensitive topic and it depends on how you view it. Like I said before, I personally think she was just teasing Daisy. This seems to be a common pattern with Nancy. She seems to not think before she speaks, and it's something that she needs to work on. The third reason is attitude problem. Nancy was under fire for being disrespectful towards Blackpink after a fan cam captured her glaring at Blackpink when they won. A lot of people constantly bring this up without mentioning that in the same video she was doing Blackpink's dance and even clapped for them. Nancy has what you call a resting bitch face, and she recently spoke about how her natural expression causes a lot of misunderstanding. I've been told that I look really different depending on what kind of expression I have. When I'm just sitting there thinking about nothing, a lot of people ask, "Are you mad?" It seems like there are a lot of people who are afraid of me. The last idol for this video is Red Velvet's Yeri, the idol who has been hated on since the beginning and for the longest. Reason number 1, not an original member. Red Velvet debuted as a 4-member group and Yeri joined during Ice Cream Cake era. A lot of fans weren't happy because they felt a 5th member wasn't needed. SM didn't add a new member randomly, it was all planned. It was believed that Yeri was always an original member, however she was underage to join the work when they first had their debut. She was also in the Happiness music video, so technically she was there from the beginning. Yeri had to work harder to prove that she was meant to be in the group because a lot of people said that she was useless and that her presence didn't add anything. Personally, I can't picture any of their comebacks as a 4-member group. Reason number 2, her attitude. When she was cheerful and energetic, she was viewed as an attention seeker and that she was hogging screen time, but when she wasn't, she appeared cold. No matter what she did, people made up their mind to just dislike her. On the show Ask Us Anything, Yeri finally expressed her feeling. When I don't have any facial expression, I look angry. People thought I was angry all the time, so I grew up scared of cameras. I was shy around other people, but I'm not the type to tell people when stuff is hard, because I bottle it all up. There was a time where people kept saying, "Why is she like that?" Reason number 3, lazy dancing. Similar to Jennie, Yeri was also criticized for her lazy dancing. Actually, rather than lazy, it was more so that she wasn't synchronized with the other members. Like I mentioned before, it's not wrong to point out areas for idols to improve because it's their job, as long as you don't harass them about it. During their bad boy era, the group were all called out for their lack of synchronization, but for their really bad boy performance, they were praised for their improvement. Last reason, and possibly the saddest reason, crying for late friends. Yeri and Shiny Jonghyun had a very close friendship. Just like everyone else, she couldn't hide her sadness when Jonghyun passed away. At this point, the hate doesn't show what kind of person Yeri is, but what kind of people the haters are. She was criticized for being unprofessional at the Golden Disc Awards because she couldn't hold back her tears. Some people went as far as saying it was fake and that she was doing it for attention. It wasn't like she was crying randomly. She was crying because IU was talking about Jonghyun. After IU's speech, she sang Through the Night, and that's when Yeri broke down in tears. Yeri recently included a tribute to the late Jonghyun in her self-composed track, Dear Diary. One of the lines in the song is, "I hope you have a sleepless dream." This phrase was reportedly one of Jonghyun's favorite lines that he often used. She also directed it herself, and there were scenes that showed past photos with dates on them that matched the real dates that referenced Jonghyun and her friendship. She's such a sweet girl that even when it was her own solo, she didn't make it all about herself. Well, that's the end of the video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I wanted to give both sides to the story, the idol's view and the hater's view. Thank you to my sponsor Kpop Stickers. I'll leave their link in the description below. Download it because it's absolutely free. All the quotes and shows I've mentioned in this video will also be linked in the description below. On Twitter I asked what your favorite K-pop collab stage was, and the one that I've chosen is the Music Bank Loving You special stage. I'll leave that in the description below. If you want to be featured in my videos like this, follow me on Twitter at Kpopcorn18 and just reply to my pinned tweet. Okay, bye.